Back More Angel. This is episode 10 of season 1. I won't lie, I've been putting this off. I didn't want to watch it. Last episode destroyed me. We lost Doyle, and still in mourning. Never going to get over it. Very, brilliantly done like character arc and redemption for him. But I'm so sad that he's gone, and my favourite's already been killed off after 9 episodes. There you go. But I am kind of intrigued as to what's going to happen next and where they can go from here. How do you follow killing off a main cast member after 9 episodes and not even half a season? So I am interested in what this episode's going to be about. Is it going to be just solely like an aftermath episode? Is there going to be like another villain to face? I don't really know how they're going to handle this, so I am intrigued to see exactly what this episode's going to entail, because I really don't know. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But I'm apprehensive because I'm going to miss Doyle a lot, I think. So we're going to see what happens. I'm sure they've got plenty of good stuff to come. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the next one.
He's my friend.
If that is so, then so shall it ever be.
But it is of no consequence.
Well.
So I thought it would make me feel better if I could hold something tangible that he left behind. Some evidence he was here, but there's nothing.
Aww.
You may not like sharing your grief with others, but that's the normal, healthy way people deal with loss. I'm not going anywhere, so get used to it. I am staying right here. Commercial audition. If it wasn't a national, I'd blow it off.
Well, I'm sensing a little performance anxiety here. Little trick. Picture everybody.
In their underwear.
I was going to say dead, but hey, if that underwear thing works for you. So. Vampires don't sleep in coffins. It's a misconception made popular by hack writers and ignorant media. In fact, we can and do move around during the day.
See what they did there.
We avoid direct sunlight.
And in minutes, the state is gone. It's completely gone.
Aww. Oh, sweetheart.
Stain.
Oh! What the? I don't think you got it, sweetheart.
Nice adjustment. No, I'm evil, but hey, I'm not, evil.
Well, this fucker disagrees.
That means I still have it. Damn, I can't believe he did this to me.
Who did what?
Doyle. I thought our kiss meant something, and instead he used that moment to pass it on to me.
Oh, no, it meant something.
Or herpes.
Yeah, because there was some blue light when he kissed her.
Who shall remain
So she has the
I don't have
visions.
anything to atone for. And if kissing is the only way to get rid of it, I will smooch every damn frog in this kingdom.
Oh, thought I heard voices. Barney. You're
Oh, no.
Associate court.
Maybe not every frog.
Boy, I gotta say, I like the way you people treat your clients.
The transitions are kind of like visions in this show, aren't they? Maybe whoever's chasing him just wants him to pay the electricity bill. Oh shit! That was really well shot, I liked that.
Hello, Angel. Wesley.
I'll wager you never thought you'd see me again.
Tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I haven't given it much thought one way or the other. What do you...
I'm the one asking questions here.
And I think it only fair to warn you.
What happened to your suit?
Movement, and I'll be forced to... Right? You had a question?
That's more like it. Fuck.
You're a demon hunter.
Rogue demon hunter, yes. And I'm on the trail of a particularly nasty bugger right now, so I suggest you stay out of my way. Whatever the physical source of their power, it was ripped, gouged, torn from their corpses.
He's collecting powers.
Oh.
To what purpose, I can only guess.
Cordelia!
Fiends cut a swath across half the continent.
You like take her
Almost
brain
covered.
for the vision or something, or
Got a pretty
her
fair
head.
look, too.
Oh, hello! Damn! The arm strength of that guy to be there all this time. Oh, another window smashed in the Buffyverse.
Couldn't help sensing your pain. You just lost someone close to you, didn't you?
I'm just,
Missing your friend.
Same.
Why don't you tell me about it?
Doyle? Well, he drank too much, and his taste in clothing was like a Greek tragedy. And he could be really sweet sometimes. You like this? He was half demon. A secret he kept from me for like ever.
Well,
Are you gonna kiss
what a
him?
nice.
Well, it's a lot less awkward than the last one, so we'll give them that.
Didn't work.
No?
Oh,
I rather thought it went considerably better than last time.
yeah.
It was just a kind of experiment. I was trying. Wesley? What are you doing here? Are you working with Angel?
A lone wolf such as myself never works with anyone.
Oh my god.
Allowing Angel to assist me.
I know we're probably not supposed to take it
I'm a
seriously,
rogue
so that's
demon
good.
Wow. What's a rogue demon?
So what you're telling me is that all this time your friend wasn't hunting me, he was
That's a
hunting
good
something
line.
else that was hunting me?
That's Koreatown.
It's very likely it's hiding there.
Then that's where I'll start looking.
Don't you mean we?
I work alone.
Is Wesley like joining the
The hell
team?
you say? This demon is mine. Angel?
So if they're going to replace Doyle, it probably makes sense to be someone we already knew from
I
Buffy.
had somebody at my side. He's dead now. I'm not gonna let that happen again.
No.
Alone.
These pants, they tend to chafe one. Legs.
Wow.
Hey, do you know where they do the shiatsu massages?
Amazing.
He's pretty good at sensing sarcasm too.
Oh. Be
Can I
fucked
help?
around me then.
Not unless you can explain to me why I have to suffer skull-splitting migraines, getting visions so vague they require closed captioning.
What do you mean, visions? Seems like he gave you the most valuable thing he had. I think I just found something even better.
Ah, fuck. Snake.
You're a terrible actress.
You have never seen
Oh.
me. How could you possibly know?
Because you know. You feel it.
Oh.
Your entire being is whispering it to me right now.
You're an asshole. Kill him.
On the other hand, you gotta admit, I'm a pretty fine actor.
You don't know anything about me or Doyle.
I know you let him die.
That is not true.
Fuck you.
No, but it feels true, doesn't it? Mixed in with all the pain and
Oh,
grief.
sweetheart.
A nagging thought that maybe, somehow, you could have saved him.
I don't know your language.
I do. At least I think I recognize the dialect.
Oh,
Well, then it's a good thing you happened by.
that's more like it, Wesley.
It's definitely you. You're in great
Danger?
pain.
I like that she faked that.
I really
No, it
don't
didn't really
wanna
help, but
touch.
still.
Bruises bring down the price.
He was trying to describe his killer. Demon, heart, raider.
That past demon. Barney.
He's not worthy of the name Barney. Barney's a friendly dinosaur. Ooh.
If anything happens to Cordelia because of me,
Nothing's gonna happen to Cordelia.
I won't allow it.
Better fucking not.
I had two Slayers in my care. One turned evil and now vegetates in a coma. The other's a renegade. Fire me? Surprised I didn't cut my head off.
Oh. I mean, he was a bit useless, wasn't he? Bless him.
I'm useless.
Yeah.
Then you can go rescue her.
We can go rescue her. I need your help, Wesley.
Always change his
The
tune.
guy said Barney wanted the horn for something.
This is Wesley's chance to redeem himself.
You're the only...
Well done, sir. You are now the proud owner of an authentic tack horn. Stab your enemies with it. Heck, stab your wife. It'll drain the life right out of them. The power to drain a life force is an investment.
Oh, shit.
Going for 11,000 once, twice.
Hey, you know you
Three
paint
times a
cataracts.
lady.
These eyes are flawless even without the stupid vision. Is that the best you can do? And, see stuff like danger and evil and locations of buried treasure.
13,000.
Very clever.
I hear.
If the auction goes on longer, there's more time for her to be rescued.
Stepping all over you.
16, 17, you decided. 18, 19,
Oh!
20,000 from the gentleman in the center aisle. Going once, going
The auction room
twice,
is a brutal place.
30,000.
Oh! I knew that shady bitch was gonna bid.
$30,000 to the lovely lawyer from Wolfram and Park. An extra 1,000, or you take it as is.
Ugh.
Go ahead. Alrighty then. Hank.
What a slime ball. I love the contrasting like outfits between the two of
Where's
them.
the auction? Hey, have you got a number?
Surprise, bitch! Oh, Wesley. Why? Why are you like this?
Cordelia.
Wesley, come on.
What an innocent girl, will you? Crash you within an inch of your life.
Three guesses by whom?
Yeah, becoming more and more aware of Angel, aren't they? Those shady fuckers. Yeah, stab the bastard! Yes! Oh. Pleasant.
I was lucky. I had a rogue demon hunter on my side.
Aw.
This I framed for saving my life. And as a reminder that something of Doyle's is here in our office.
Well, I'll be off then.
Go.
Farewell, Angel.
Maybe tear up.
Who
Fuck.
knows when our paths will cross again?
Do you even know where you're headed?
Rogue demon hunters rarely do. Wherever evil lurks, wherever the forces
Evil.
of darkness threaten humanity.
Take care.
Yes.
Aw, he wants to stay.
No rest for the wicked fighters.
Breakfast?
Ooh. I suppose so.
Aw, that's kind of wholesome.
One of the perks of the job, after an all-nighter of fighting the lurking evil, we get eggs.
Toast?
Please.
I'm famished. He's a good cook for someone on a liquid diet.
Astonishing, really. Did you say something about toast?
Aw. I wish Doyle was in that empty chair. I think that was a fairly solid episode. Not one of my favourites of the season, I don't think. But I think that's more of a personal standpoint because I personally would have liked more of like a character-driven kind of thing. And maybe not had like a villain of the week to defeat. So I would have just liked the whole episode to kind of be dedicated to, you know, the mourning of Doyle, and maybe like the exploration of Cordelia's visions in a different sense that isn't exactly like stop this bad guy. But I understand that they kind of needed to have that in there to introduce Wesley, because I'm assuming he's just part of the crew now. It might have been him in the main credits at the start because I was told not to watch them. But yeah, I think that's just a personal thing for me. I would have liked that instead of them kind of focusing a lot on like a villain of the week kind of plot. But I can understand why they did it, and you know, you just need to get on with the times, I suppose. I just wish there was a bit more of like the mourning of Doyle, but I think that's just me because I love the character so much and I like that kind of character-driven stuff, and I like the stuff we got. I just feel like there could have been more of it, and maybe less of like the evil demon auction plot, you know. They could have just had the vision. She saw like the auction was happening, and she went there, like spilled the beans about having these visions, and then she got kidnapped, and then the episode played out like that. Because if they didn't do the whole thing of Barney is actually the good guy, and before the twist, that all that stuff where he was interacting with them before, pretending to be like the innocent client, they could have gotten rid of that. Just had like the evil auction bit, and then the rest of that could have been time spent like mourning Doyle and stuff like that. But I can understand if they don't want to be like too morbid about the whole thing, and they don't want like a whole episode where they're just all sad. I can understand it, but they wouldn't want to go down that route. So again, that's just a personal thing, and my personal expectations for what I wanted the episode to be. And just because it wasn't that doesn't make it bad. So I just kind of need to put that kind of thought aside, because overall I think it was a very solid episode, a very good one. So I liked the continuity of the oracles being at the start. I thought that was cool, bringing those people back from I Will Remember You. So that was cool, and I liked that Angel was kind of trying to arrange for Doyle to be brought back to life because he's his friend. So that was pretty cool. I liked that. And I did like how they were kind of having that scene between Angel and Cordelia, where Cordelia was like, you know, you're pushing me away, because he was trying to like get her to leave the place and everything. And I did like that idea that Angel was starting to push people away again, because he kind of, through Doyle and Cordelia, he kind of learned to stop doing that so much, I think. But then obviously with Doyle's loss, he was kind of reverting back to it, and I like that Cordelia kind of called him out on that and said, no, you're not getting rid of me that easily. So I like that they kind of explored that. I wish they kind of explored it a bit more. They kind of glossed over it very quickly after that scene. But I still like that they included it. And I also thought it was really interesting that Cordelia has the visions now. So that gives her like an extra purpose as part of like the team. I thought that was a very interesting thing, because I did notice in Hero that there was that like blue energy between them when they kissed. But I didn't really know what it was, so I didn't really talk about it. But yeah, she has the visions. And even though Barney's an asshole, I like what he was saying to Cordelia about like, he gave you like the only gift he could really give and the most precious thing he had, which I really like the sentiment behind. So yeah, I thought that's very interesting, and I can't wait to see how Cordelia's going to take those visions in the future, and if she's going to get used to them or not and stuff. But it's a very interesting thing that Cordelia has these visions now, so I wonder if that's going to come into play in terms of plot anymore, because obviously it came into play in this episode because it meant she was getting sold at an auction, as you do. But yeah, I quite like that development. I think that's kind of an interesting thing to do with Cordelia, because so many people kind of accuse her of only caring about herself and only thinking about herself. So I wonder how much seeing visions of loads of people in danger or getting hurt and tortured and injured and stuff, I wonder how much those can like change her and change her kind of point of view. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they explore that any more, in terms of how it affects her character, not just the fact that she can kind of get the plot rolling in some episodes now. She has visions. So yeah, I liked that idea, and that whole speech that Barney gave about Doyle's gift passing on to her. I really liked that. I did like the brief moments we got of when they were mourning Doyle, where Cordelia was telling Barney about him, and when she kind of framed that sketch she did at the end and kind of part of his memory, so there's always a bit of him in the office. That hit me in the feels. So yeah, I did appreciate some bits we got. I just kind of, from a personal viewpoint, I wish we got more, but I can understand they didn't want it to be like a completely mopey, sad episode. Especially because the last episode was quite heavy in itself with the whole themes, even before Doyle was killed off. So yeah, there was that. I thought the idea of like the auction was actually kind of cool, and I really liked the idea of of like Barney and everyone taking the pieces of like demons and stuff that could like relate to the powers, like the eyes or the horns and stuff. I thought that was actually kind of a cool idea. I did like the idea of like this auction where they sold off all these things, and the fact that there was a Wolfram and Hart person there, again just continuing that long running thing, and you know they're continuing to take notice of Angel just like they always have done in like the pilot and stuff. So obviously that's going to be like a continuing thing that I'm very excited to see what they go with, because I think the idea of like a law firm being like a big bad or a villain for a season, I think is a very interesting and unique idea. So I'm looking forward to seeing where they take that, because what we've gotten so far I've been very intrigued by. So I like that we kind of had that showing up at the auction as well. And the whole kind of cast of characters at the auction, the auction, I thought was very cool as well, like the different costumes they had on display and stuff. There's some attention to detail there that I really appreciated. And I also love the direction in the scene where they kind of revealed that this, you know, rogue demon hunter was Wesley, and when you saw like, the silhouette of him holding the crossbow in the door, I thought that was done very, very well. So yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, I don't think, to satisfy my cravings for like more of like the dealing with the emotional aftermath of Doyle's death, we don't necessarily need the build-up with Barney. He could have just been a straight-up villain. But I still like what we got, because I think that showed a range from the actor. I actually think he did a very good job, the guy who played Barney. I really like the design of him as well. I thought it was very kind of simple, but very effective as well. So yeah, I kind of like what they did with that villain, and it was very satisfying to see him get stabbed in the back, quite literally. So yeah, I liked him as a villain. Even if from a personal standpoint, I kind of wish that got a bit reduced, and we got rid of like the whole plot twist with him in favour of more Doyle stuff. But again, that's just because Doyle was my favourite, so that's probably just me. What else? I think that's everything apart from Wesley. So I did not think we'd see Wesley again. But it's very interesting. I did think if they were going to introduce someone new, and I felt they had to, you can't really have just two main cast members, I don't think. If he is main cast, I still need to check if he is. But I'm assuming he's kind of taking Doyle's place. Or at least sticking around for a bit, based on the ending. So if they were going to do that and replace Doyle, I do think it makes sense that it would be with someone that we're kind of familiar with, if you've watched Buffy, obviously. If you only watch Angel, I know there are some people who watch my reactions who only watch Angel and don't watch Buffy. You may not know who Wesley is anyway, so it might just be like a whole new character again. But it's cool seeing like a character who we've had history with if you've watched Buffy, and who Angel and Cordelia have history with as well. I kind of liked that. I thought it was very interesting that they brought him into things. And the rogue demon hunter thing. It does not suit him at all, but you know, that was kind of the point, because he's still a bit hapless and stuff. But maybe when you're in the company of like Angel, maybe you'll learn to be a bit more badass and brooding and stuff, I don't know. So I'm interested in seeing what they could do with Wesley in the future, because I really didn't think we'd see much more of him, if ever again. And I'm not really sure how he's going to fit in yet. I think it could be quite interesting. Because he can't just stay like hapless forever, can he? But it makes sense that he'd still be hapless at this stage, even after all this time, because this is like a different job for him. Because before he was a Watcher, he wasn't particularly great, and now he's the rogue demon hunter. He's not particularly great at that either. But I like that they showed he had his uses, like he could somewhat translate that guy to get the information they needed. And you know, when it came down to it, he was willing to protect and die for Cordelia in that last fight, so you got to give him some credit, even if he's a bit of a blessing at times. But I'm excited to see where they take him and what they're going to do with him. Don't know how I feel about him being like main cast yet, but I think that's just going to depend on like the story arc they give him. Because if he stays like this for the entirety, I'd be like, I don't know. But if there's one thing I know about the Buffyverse, is that they're very, very good with character development. So I know that Wesley's going to grow and change if he's sticking around. and I'm excited to see what they do with that. But yeah, pretty solid episode overall. I did enjoy it. Like I said, from a personal standpoint, I would have liked a bit more of like the Mourning of Doyle. They could have cut back on like the plot twist with Barney to cater for that, but I get why they didn't go down that route, and that's just me. But regardless of that, and putting my feelings about that aside, I think it was a very, very solid episode. I liked what they did with Cordelia and giving her the visions. I liked the introduction of Wesley. I liked the idea of like the auction stuff and the Wolfram and Hart kind of back burner of a plot. I think it's very interesting as well. So yeah, I like they didn't just completely gloss over Doyle leaving. I like that we still had some moments of mourning him. And we'll see what happens next, because we're nearly halfway through the first season, which is crazy. But yeah, very solid episode. I did enjoy it quite a bit. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the season has in store. Now we kind of have this new trio and a new direction. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited for it. So until my next reaction, thanks for watching.